I'll tell you, and you guys are going to be really proud of me. With all that's going on, I feel very blessed to say this. I got my first book published. Thank you. Thank you. I wrote a self-help dating book. It's called I'm Easy, You're Lucky. Now, look around the room tonight. If you see anybody you want, I mean, Mingo's mine, but if you see anybody you want, I will fix you up live. Because I want each and every one of you tonight to leave with a piece of Harriet. What are you going to leave with? Oh, come on. What are you going to leave with? God, you're my audience. Love you. Okay, chapter 1. I can't say this enough. You got to give a guy a chance. I went out with this one guy in a walker. One date with me, he threw that walker away. He said he'd rather be housebound. And let me tell you something, girls, and I can't say this too many times. It's not men against women or women against men, because I'm just as much to blame. When I first go out with a guy, I take extra care of myself. I do the hair, I do the makeup, I put lotion all over my body. 3 months later, I'm like, fuck it, I'm soft enough. 6 months later, if one toe is polished, you're lucky. You gotta spice things up a little. I mean, we got some married couples in the front, a couple of them. You gotta spice things up. I mean, with me, a twosome feels like a threesome, because I do impressions. There's certain kinds of guys you gotta stay away from. Cheap guys. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. First of all, fragrance samples are not a gift. Guy takes me to a freebie museum. Okay, first date. We're walking around for 8 hours straight. Does he offer me anything to eat? I'm hypoglycemic. I have diverticulitis. I hit vending machines like it's Vegas. Finally, I can't take it anymore. I go, Frank, I gotta eat now. And he acts oblivious. Oh, you should have said something. I thought when I fainted in front of the Last Supper, that was a hint. You gotta know what you want in a relationship. I like a gentleman. I like the kind of guy that opens the car door for you. I mean, not when you're on the freeway. And I'm romantic. I'm very sentimental. I only got once in my life a Valentine's card. I know I'm serious, but it was really kind of sweet. It was when I first moved out here from New Jersey, like, I want to say about 15 years ago. I used to go to this regular grocery store, and the checker used to always flirt with me. So this is a little creepy, but it's sweet. He must have copied from my check, because the next day I got a Valentine's card. I know. It went like this. Happy Valentine's Day. You're very pretty. I'm sorry your check didn't go through. If you don't have a boyfriend, I'd like to take you to dinner. Don't worry, I'll pay. I have to be, this is the most important chapter, I think, in anybody's book, at least mine, is to be grateful. I've had a really rough time until this year has finally opened some doors for me, so I'm really thankful. And I did a movie, Fred and Vinny, which is going to come out. Thank you. But I started out, when I came here, this is like 17 years ago, from New Jersey. I'll never forget my first big audition. It was looking for comic to MC Elite Strip Club. I dressed to the nines in pearls, mini dress. I was super confident. I go in and I have no idea. I went on the wrong day. They were auditioning strippers. And it was by appointment only. So I go in. There's two guys smoking cigars, sitting in a booth. I walk in, they look at me. Take the stage. I get on stage. Name? I think I'm famous. Harriet Rose. Okay, Harriet, what kind of act do you have? Now, I think they're being sarcastic with me. I go, well, I try to make them laugh. And they look, they go, that's novel. And they go, what kind of music do you use? I go, I don't need music. They go, you must have a hell of an act. Just start. I said, okay. My mom's a hypochondriac. I call her up, she answers the phone. Ow, who is it? They're like, you're not a stripper? I go, no, I'm a comic. They're like, we're seeing comics tomorrow. I go, oh. And then he looks me up and down, he goes, you know, strippers make more money. I want to leave you guys with, I got to tell you something, this is something close to my heart. 2 things my mom gave me to live by. Always carry tissues and flush with your foot. The first was helpful. The second, I pulled my hamstring in a handicap stall. Thank you. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Harriet Rose. Harriet Rose.